said 8? This is more than 8.
No, that's an old, that was
Oh,
one
that's
of the old,
February.
yes.
Got it, got it. So,
The one with the 4, that one
this
is
is what it looks
recent.
like
Yeah, if you look
today.
at the bottom left,
Bottom left, okay. Okay. That's still a lot. What's going on? What's taking so long?
My husband got sugar.
Speak Creole. Parle Creole.
Malade, il fait sick. Maybe 8 boîtes qui sont comme ça que dès qu'il fait encore with it.
My husband is
Maybe
sick,
that's too
but
much.
there's like 8 boxes left, not many boxes left for me to get rid of. And there was rain, and I couldn't do it in the rain. After the rain, now I can get rid of it.
When was it last we were here in, we're here in March? Huh? April.
we're in April.
But this has been going on since February.
Yeah, she said that she thought that she had removed enough. So she didn't think that what was there was an issue, but I mean, although it's not all over the place, it is neatly stacked, but it still needs to be removed. It's still an eyesore.
Okay. So because this is about, what, the second time or third time we're here? And it's gonna be another 60 days before we meet again, I'm gonna enter an adjudication. Because I think that Mr. Villefranc and Madame Delarme need fire under their feet to get this thing resolved. So, I'm gonna enter an adjudication, and I'm gonna give you 60 days, and the only reason I'm giving you 60 days is because we don't meet next month. Otherwise, you would have had 30 days. And if you come back here in August, and this thing is not completely resolved, you're going to start paying $100 per day for each day that you are in violation. Okay? Because this thing should have been resolved a long time ago. I keep giving you, chances and, and nothing, I mean, you've done some, but everything needs to go. So, 60 days, $100 per day. If it's resolved, then you call the code enforcement officer and she will take it off calendar. If not, I expect to see you back here on August 1st. You understand? You have any question for me?
No, no questions, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
The next item is item 113, Philomene Nicolas. Shanna Sanders is the officer. The case number is CEFAW 2018-00036, item 113.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Please state your name for the record.
Philomene Nicolas.
Okay, Madame Nicholas, do you need a translator? Vous voulez interprète? Non, non. Nous avons interprète. Okay?
Ok.
All right. Non, s'il vous plaît.
Philomene Nicolas.
Philomene Nicholas.
Okay. Is that your daughter with you?
C'est petite fille au Cavel?
Yeah.
Will you be speaking?
Est-ce que la parlez?
Okay. What is your name, ma'am?
My name is Gina Nicholas.
Okay.
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer. This is a new case that was opened March 1st of this year. Sent the notice of violation March 14th, as well as April 6th. As of today, the fence still remains in disrepair. It's a wood fence that's on the side in the rear of the property that needs a little work done to it. I have pictures if you would like to see. Of course, we already know they have service was given since they're here, but Notice was posted on the 15th of March. Also mailed out on the 14th, the day before. As you're looking at the photos, I'll let the property owner explain what's going on with the wood fence that's on the side and the rear of the property.
Ma'am, do you understand the violation?
I understand, yes.
Okay. And, do you know that you need to pull a permit in order to fix the fence?
I was fixing it already, but I ran out of money. I'm not working.
Then it needs to be taken apart, it needs to be taken down.
Yes, as you see, the front part, seems as though it's already kind of falling apart.
Yeah.
It already done fell, trees and everything that kind of grew into it.
I mean, they have a metal fence.
Yes, and that was gonna be either my second, option. Either they can completely remove it, but if she's going to repair it,
She needs it.
a permit, yeah, because they have a chain link fence already
Right.
there, abutting it.
Do you understand?
It's the hurricane that knocked it down.
Okay. Okay. All right, so, if you're going to make repairs, then you have to pull a permit. If, and I understand you're saying that there's, some financial, difficulties as to why you're not or haven't been able to replace it. In that case, the best case scenario for you may be to just take it down completely. Because right now, it cannot stay in the condition that it is now. Not just because it's an eyesore, but because it's in violation of city codes. Sure.
Me and my sisters was gonna, get it fixed, but because of financial reasons, we did reach out to someone to repair the fence, but it was looking for us in October to get everything fixed.
No, we can't. October is a long way from here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a long way from here. So, do you understand, ma'am? Does she understand? Okay. All right, so these are your options. Your two options are either pull a permit, repair it, or take it down. And I guess, maybe in October, then you guys can start the process again. Okay, all right, I will enter an adjudication. And 60 days, which brings us to, July 31st. If it's not resolved by then, there will be a daily fine amount of $100 per day. You don't want that. So you need to try to do something between now and then. And, once you do, of course, contact the code enforcement officer, and if you are in compliance at the time, she can take it off calendar and you don't have to come back here. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you both. Okay, here.
The next item is 119, Robert Ellis. Sophia DeCillian is the officer. The case number is CEGMP 2017-00086, item 119.
Good evening, sir. Please state your full name for the record and your relationship to the property.
Michael Ellis, the owner.
Okay.
City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer Sophia. This violation was issued for the exterior of the property that need to be painted. I opened the violation in December 9, 2017. The first notice to appear were posted on the property February 23rd, 2018, and the second notice to appear was set on May 18, 2018 at 10:36 a.m. The property, the last time we were here for the property is not the same from the last time. It seemed like Mr. Ellis pressure washed it, but it's still not up to city code. I have picture out garbage.
Okay, do you understand the violation?
Yes.
Okay. How long do you need?
This week, at the time, I wasn't working. I didn't have no funds, so, and I had a lot of stuff going on. I just got this job, so
Good.
I'm good. I got the painter and all the the stuff for it. So this weekend when I'm off, I'm gonna handle that. I'm gonna paint the house and do what's needed.
Okay. All right then, so it's already been adjudicated, so let's do this. I'll give you the time that you need to do it. If it's done, of course, the officer let her know and she'll come around and see whether or not it's done to code and she can take it off calendar. If not, I expect to see you back here in August 1st. Okay? So let's do this. Table and get it done. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Here.
The next item is item 126, Stephen Chisholm. Rahima Golding is the officer. The permit number CEBPR 2018-00013, item 126.
Good evening, sir. Please state your full name in relationship to the property.
Steve Chisholm, homeowner.
Thank you, sir.
There are actually two items, is 126 and 127, in that case number CEFAW 2018-00063.
Okay.
City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer Rahima Golding. This case was initially cited back in April for a fence that had been a good number of the wooden slats had been replaced, and that requires permitting. And also there is like a concrete wall fence that needed to be power washed and painted. I've been back to the property as late as yesterday, and still there hasn't been any changes. I checked the computer, there's no permit in the computer, and I haven't been contacted by Mr. Chisholm or anybody else pertaining to this property.
Okay.
My turn.
Photos.
Yeah, I didn't pull a permit. I replaced one fence post and roughly 25 wooden slats, which probably cost me maybe $40. I didn't think that warranted having to pull a building permit. And as far as the fence goes, the concrete wall, that was settled in this courtroom probably 20, 25 years ago with my dad. And the argument behind that the wall or fence has never been painted. And if you look at the Spanish monastery, down West Dixie Highway. It's not painted. If you look at the castle in Reynolds Park on the hill, it's not painted. Some things are better left alone without paint on them. I don't know what else to say. Pardon me?
Inspection, let's see.
And that wall or fence was actually put up before I can even remember, and I'm 60 years old.
Yeah, the fence needs work. The slab, what you call it? The
The wooden
concrete wall?
slats. Or I call them wooden slats, but
Yeah,
Yeah, I replaced about 25 of them, and they were like $1.05 a piece.
okay, I see that.
Madam Magistrate, may I say something?
Yes,
I'm inclined to find out from the building department if a permit is required for that many slats being replaced. If not, perhaps he can just paint them all one color so that they look uniformed. So tabling it wouldn't be a bad idea in regards to this.
Well,
okay, hold on, sir. Look into it because we have about 3 or 4 residents that just left, and we basically told them that they needed to pull permits to, replace part of their fence. So we need to stay uniformed. We need to inform everyone what the rules are.
Right.
Because
With iron fencing, I know for a fact you need a permit to replace any portion of that or an actual gate. But slats, sometimes, a couple of them are broken and you just replace them. But he said he also replaced a post, which makes a big difference because that is a structural issue. So, I mean, had he called me or reached out to me, I would have been able to find out, ahead of time. But
yeah, I work up in Broward County. I'm gone from my house 12 hours a day. I put in long days. And time I get home, I'm.
how about the wall? That wall needs some paint or pressure cleaned
That-
or something or another. This is not the monastery.
Pardon me?
We need to pressure clean or do something with the wall.
Well, I'll agree to pressure cleaning it. That's a bare wall you're looking at out front.
Yeah.
That wall's never been painted in over 60 years.
Okay.
My mom and dad, I was born and raised in that house.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I don't see any reason to paint it. I mean, if you would like, I can pressure clean it, but I really do not want to put paint on it.
At this point, I don't even know whether that will make a difference with.
I mean, as long as
their
it's
60
made
days.
presentable. But I mean, if you pressure clean it and it's not, and it doesn't meet the required standards, then paint would be the next step.
These are actually bare bricks, right?
That's what it looks like to me, yes.
Okay, so if it's been there for 60 years, basically it's been through, the elements.
Weathers and
rain or
storms, yes.
and everything else. So I would look into that and tell me whether or not this is a requirement
So
because
There's a
that
few
doesn't.
issues going around. I just want to clarify because I'm looking at the fence permit application right now, and I've already looked at the code. He threw out a few things. What specific issue are we questioning? Because you mentioned the pole, the fence. Which one?
Well, the fence to me looked like he had replaced some of the slats, and with
He
fencing you
testified
need
that he did.
yes.
Testified that he did.
So you need a
replace few-
permit for replacement or repair.
Right. And that's what we all understand, but there was a distinction that you made as to why you think he does not need a permit.
No, I didn't say that he does not need a permit. I
Okay.
said I wanted to make sure with the building department that it is required to replace the slats. But then now thinking about what he said in terms of replacing a post, in that case, you do need a permit because that's structural.
Okay, so So we're all on the same page then that regardless of if it's the slab or the fence itself, he needs a permit to comply.
He does need a permit to comply.
Okay.
Okay, because that was debatable. That's
Yeah,
what
that is-
you had mentioned, and I said, well, if in that case, then we need to stay uniform, because there were a couple of people here who had the same issue, and I basically told them that they needed to pull a permit in order to do any repairs. So I
And-
wanted to make sure. The other thing is about this wall here. I need to know whether or not, because it's brick, but obviously it's been there for many years. It's been sitting in the elements for years, so she
Okay.
she wants it.
So
You
I'm
want him
looking
to
at
paint?
this is in addition to the code, this comes from the, section 5-901 of the city code of ordinance. It says no fence or wall, it's very general, no fence or wall shall be constructed, without first obtaining a building permit.
No, we're not talking about, there's nothing wrong with it. He's not trying to construct anything. He's being asked to clean it or
Oh, the
paint
pressure
it.
clean,
Yeah,
okay, excuse me. So whether that constitutes, if that's something he needs to be pressure cleaned?
yeah.
Okay.
Because it probably has moss and, all sorts of stuff having,
127? Oh, yeah, I'm just looking at, let me just see if I can find if there's anything about pressure cleaning. If I could just have 1 second, I'm just running through the code. Oh, same section 901? Okay. If anything, do you want to pass it and then I'll come back? I hate to take up too much time.
yeah. So you want it passed or tabled, or? what do you
Please,
want?
if you can just pass it for 1 quick second, and I'll try to pull up the
Okay.
section.
All right, sir, have a seat. Just give us a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
The next item is 130, 131, and 132, Tracy McKnight.
Okay.
Sophia DeCillian is the officer. The case numbers are CEGMP 2018-00007, CEGMP 2018-00008, and CEIVY 2018-00035.
All right. Good evening, ma'am.
Hi,
Please
how you
state your
doing?
full name and relationship to the property.
Tracy McKnight, the owner.
Thank you.
City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer Sophia Deseling. I have 3 violations for the property that were issued on January 25th, 2018. For all 3 violations, on May 15, 2018 at 2:11 p.m., I post on the property the notice to appear. And as of today, I believe all 3 violations still exist. One is for it's for the roof that need to be repaired and remove the blue tarp, and a second one is the whole property need to be painted, included the carport, and the third one is the black antique car that's on the property. The city allowed them to keep antique car, but it have to be well maintained. It can either be covered. If there's flat tire, you got to put hair on the tires, and it must have a valid tag. Pictures of all 3 violations, I'll provide that.
She wanted that.
Yes, thank you, guys. All right, I'm releasing the interpreters. Thank you. Have a good evening. Happy 4th. All right. Okay.
And an antique car do have a tag.
And this one is for a tarp on the roof. Got that. Carport. Let's paint. Inspection. And the All right, where do we start? Let's start with the carport.
What about it?
Do you understand the
I
violation?
understand what she's saying, but the antique car have a tag. Is a unique, is an antique
Let's
car.
start with the
Well, what
carport.
is wrong? Okay, it need to be pressure cleaned and painted. Okay, I'll take care of that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on to the car.
Okay, I'll cover it. I'll cover it.
All right, so she can put a cover
Yes.
on it, and then that
But,
will satisfy it.
if we can't see the tires, she have to put air also in the tires.
If I'm covering it, why should I have air in the tire?
She says if she can see the tires, so make sure that if you're gonna
Okay,
get a
no
cover,
problem.
that,
My
you know,
mistake.
it goes all the way down, that way, if she doesn't see it, then she cannot cite you for it, right?
No problem, no problem.
Okay, and the roof,
I am waiting on my insurance company. I'm dealing with them right now, so I'm in the process of taking care of that with the insurance company.
okay. All right then, so I'll give you more time. This
Appreciate
matter
it.
has already been adjudicated, just, you know, work with what you have, what you can do.
Okay,
Get the cover for the car, that way they won't see it.
yes.
And, you know, pressure clean or put some white paint over the carport.
Yes,
And, let us know how things are going with the insurance as it relates to the roof,
okay,
okay?
appreciate it. Yes.
Best of luck to you guys.
All right, thank you, have a nice one.
You too.
Just went off the rails. Just like a train, it just went, and then it just went off the tracks.
Carolyn, do you want me to wait for you or call other
Is
cases?
that the last case?
Yes.
Oh, Lord, okay.
Yeah, he's our
Well,
last.
if that's the case, then can we table it? The issue is the land use, the LDRs were taken offline for a bit, and so I'm trying to find the other version so I can like look it up, and that's a lot more difficult than I thought. So we can table it just for that one particular issue?
All right, so, well, I want the two to run together. Let me see, pressure clean and paint, wall fence and
For the
building
wall
turret
situation,
roof
just email me. Or
replacement.
if you check with Pizzo, or if you want me to look into it, just email me. The LDRs right now are off, so I can't find the 901. Yeah, because the fence was taken care of, it's just the wall, right? Yeah, so we're trying to figure out if you said you may not need to pressure clean the wall.
Well, I don't know. I think you should, because it says that it needs to be, maintained and in good appearance.
I agree, I thought you were questioning that.
No, I wasn't questioning it.
Oh, okay, Lord, okay, I'm sorry. Then you can just read the section of the code and make your argument, she'll rule. Okay.
What's going on?
Right, so, there's just a lot of miscommunication. The two-
Mr. Chisholm, please come back. Thank you, sir. All right, we're back on the record with case number CEFAW 2018-00063 and CEBPR 2018-00013, and Mr. Stephen Chisholm is here.
Carolyn Martin, Assistant City Attorney. I was under the impression that there was confusion as to whether or not a permit was needed for the fence, and there's confusion as to whether or not the wall needed to be pressure cleaned. As far as the fence, we're all on the same page that the LDRs require that the fence needs a permit. And as far as the wall, there is no confusion. It's the code enforcement officer's position that he does need a permit, or he does need to pressure clean the wall just because it isn't in compliance with the aesthetics of the code. So there's no confusion as to that. That's your position.
All right, sir. Pressure clean the wall as best you can. I doubt it's gonna look any better, but you have to do your best, because you said that wall has been there since you were a baby. You're no baby no more, right?
No,
So,
ma'am.
so do the best you can and inform the officer so she can go back and you know, and take a look and see how it's looking once you've
Okay.
done the pressure cleaning. Now, the other one is the fence.
The fence, it needs a
So
permit.
now it needs an after-the-fact permit. You need to apply for one because you needed to have applied for a permit before you made the repairs.
So I gotta apply for that in person, right?
Yes, unless you have somebody else who can act
Who can run
on,
it for you? Mhm.
you know, on your behalf.
And you fill out an owner-builder affidavit. After the hearing, I can speak with you and just kind of guide you on what needs to be done in reference to that.
Okay?
All right.
All right, sir. You know, speak to the code enforcement officer and take her card so that once you're done what you need to do, and you can call her and she'll go over there and check things out and let us know. If anything, she can take it off calendar. That way you don't have to come back. But I'm going to table it and have it for August 1st. So you have some time, but don't sit on it,
Okay.
okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
The next item on the agenda is item 14 and 15, Bernius Matherin. Karen Jean Lewis is the officer. Case number CEEXP 2018-00018 and CEODS 2018-00066.
Karen Jean Lewis, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. On April 17, I observed the violation for CEEXP 2018-00018 in reference to the exterior of the property. It needed to be pressure cleaned and painted. And also, there's broken fascia boards along the front yard. I can show you the picture. And as of yesterday, the violation still remains. Nothing has been done. The notice to appear was posted on May 15, 2018. The certified letter was mailed out May 15, 2018. And the affidavit of service is on file.
Okay. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find that the violation does exist. I also find good notice, given proper notice, the owners have failed to appear, hereby find in favor of the city and enter adjudication. Owners have until July 31st by which to resolve the violation. Should the violation not be resolved by the abatement date, there will be a daily fine amount of $100, and that's for each case.
The next item is item 20 and 21, Daniel Demoklis. Karen Jean Lewis is the officer. Case number CEFAW.
Let's back up 1 minute. I didn't see anything on,
For the outdoor storage?
yeah,
I have it here, I'm sorry.
okay.
I was.
Go
I
ahead.
thought you
just
said for
wanted to
each
see it.
case. that's
I
why was-
did.
Okay. I'll wait.
I just read the complaints and I realized that that was not presented. Okay, go ahead. Now I see, okay.
For the outdoor storage, everything was posted the same. Violation was observed for April 17, 2018. The notice to appear was mailed on the 15th of May and also posted to the property. As of yesterday, when I drove by, the violation still remains. The backyard still looks like the pictures. There's boxes, tires, and other miscellaneous items. The affidavit of service is on file.
Okay, all right, in that case, my previous order stands. Adjudication, $100. Abatement date, July 31st. Thank you.
The next item on the
Sorry.
agenda is item 20 and 21, Daniel Democles. Karen Jean Lewis is the officer. The first case is CEFAW 2018-00066, and the second case is CEIVY 2018-00135.
Karen Jean Lewis, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. In reference to CEFAW 2018-00066, on April 12, 2018, I observed a violation on the west side of the property. The fence is broken. The notice to appear was mailed on May 15, 2018, and also posted to the property. I drove by on April 25th. The violation remained. I drove by May 1st. The violation remained, and yesterday as well. The violation still remains. And as for CEIVY 2018-00135, everything was posted the same exact dates in April. As of yesterday, the violation still remains. The black Acura is still parked on the property.
Okay. Okay, based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, I do find that the violation exists. I find in favor of the city, enter an adjudication. I also find good notice, given proper notice, the owner has failed to appear. Owner has until July 31st by which to resolve the violation. Should the violation not be resolved by the abatement date, there will be a daily fine amount of $50.
The next item is item number 40, Francis Jean Lewis.
No, I didn't address, he has two cases?
Yes.
Was I handling the fence or the vehicle as well?
Both.
Yes, it's the same picture for both. If you want, I can give it back to you.
Okay, I was paying attention to the fence. Let me see the vehicle. And it's inoperable? Okay, let's see.
And the car doesn't have valid
Tag?
tags
Okay,
as well.
I see
I don't know
that.
if you remember for the ticket appeal, the young lady who was kind of hyperventilating.
Oh,
That's the
this is-
property.
okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
All right, same property, okay.
Because she came to the office and she mentioned that the vehicle doesn't belong to them. They know who it belongs to. I don't know why they still haven't made any attempt to contact the owner to remove it. We advised them, since it's on their property, they can have it towed. Still, nothing.
Okay, all right, again, I find in favor of the city, enter an adjudication, $50. Thank you.
Next case is item 40, Francis Jean Lewis. The officer is Karen Jean Lewis. The permit number is CETMK 2018-00005, item 40.
Code Officer Karen Jean Lewis for the City of North Miami. It is my error. I didn't submit the email to remove this from the agenda. The property owner has complied.
Okay.
Item number 41, Francois Gideon. Rahima Golding is the officer. The permit number is CEEXP 2018-00013, item 41.
City of North Miami Minimum Housing Officer Rahima Golding. This property was originally cited back in April 10th of 2018. I was in contact with the property owner just a couple of days ago, and I was informed that he wants to paint, but the problem is he's having issues with the insurance company and the roof since the hurricane last year, and he was asking for more time. He was supposed to be here tonight, but I guess he couldn't make it. So I don't know if we could table the case.
Of course. All right. Till August 1st.
Thank you.
All right.
The next item is item 48 and also item 142 for Galinsky. Edmund Fitzell is the officer.
You said 48 and 142?
Yes. It's
Okay,
for the same customer.
got it.
The first case is CESTA 2017-00002 for short-term advertisement. And item 142 is CESTR 2017-00004 for short-term rental.
Okay.
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer, hearing this case for the now retired Edmund Fitzell. We're going to start off with the short-term advertisement first, CESTA 2017-00002. I'm noting that this violation was, this property was first cited on April 10th of 2017. I see, I apologize. I see May 4th, it was tabled. Certified mailing was sent out in June of 2017. Really, that's about all I show here. I did do a little research on this property just to see if he was still advertising, seeing that this was such an old case, being from, over a year ago. I do show recently as well as last month, and as recently as of yesterday, the advertisement is still on Airbnb and on VRBO. So this one I would definitely like to proceed with and at least give an adjudication, because again, as of yesterday, around 4:24 to be exact, he was still, the advertisement was still posted on Airbnb. I do have pictures. I have the file if you would like to see. I do have photos of the advertisement if you would like to see that as well.
Yes.
I'm assuming maybe the case was lost in limbo somewhere, because, again, I apologize, but I'm seeing, from last year up until now, I don't see any recent activity, but I don't see any activity over the past year, but, again, it does show that he is at least still has the advertisement posted on the website.
Okay. And I see a lot of reviews are pretty recent.
Yeah, it does show, yeah, that's why I said, I, along with, our administrative clerk, Sandra, has been diligently helping me with this, seeing that it's been, placed upon my lap, and yeah, she definitely gave me a few little, reviews and paperwork showing that, still seems to be something actively going on.
Okay. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find that the violation does exist. I also find good notice, given proper notice, the owners have failed to appear. Hereby find in favor of the city and enter an adjudication. Property owner has until July 31st by which to resolve the violation. Should the violation not be resolved by the abatement date, that will be a daily fine amount of $300.
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer. He also has a companion case, along with that one for the actual short-term rental of that, same mentioned property. I am showing that, this property runs along with the same dates, April 10th, 2017. It was, initially cited, I see, the 17th of May. Let me go back, I'm sorry. I'm showing here June 22nd, 2017, it was filed for the special magistrate, but for some reason it didn't go. I see that it was tabled, from October to now, no activity. But, again, seeing that, the advertisement is still there, reviews are still coming in showing that they rented it. I am asking for an adjudication with this one also, kind of piggybacking off of the second one again. Not, the first one is for the advertisement, and this one is now for the actual renting of the property.
Okay. Again, find that the violation does exist, enter an adjudication, find good notice, adjudication, 300.
Yeah, that one's at the end, though. You have two. You have two cases. No. The next item is item 49, Graciela Morante, Sofia DeCillian is the officer. Case number CERCV 2018-00045, item 49.
City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer Sophia Desling. This case, this violation was issued on April 3rd, 2018 for having a trailer parking in the front of the property. I notified I'm not sure if it's the owner or the tenant, but whoever live on the property, I did mention to them they can keep the trailer on the property. As of today, the trailer is still in front of the property. However, we noticed them to appear of May 18, 2018 at 12:11 p.m. And the certified letter is sent out. They have to come back. But they did notify them and that they're aware they have to come to court today. The guy who live on the property explained to me no matter how much fine we put on the property, he will not remove the trailer.
Okay. All right.
Pictures.
Yes,
One
please.
moment.
It's a big one, too. All right. And you said you made contact?
Yes, I did. I spoke
Okay.
to him every time I go to the property. I get to speak to someone.
All right. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find that the violation does exist. I also find good notice, given proper notice, the owners have failed to appear. I hereby find in favor of the city and enter an adjudication. Owner has until July 31st by which to resolve the violation. Should the violation not be resolved by the abatement date, there will be a daily fine amount of $150.
The next item is item 68, Jean Perriot, Sophia DeCillen is the officer, and case number CEBLR 2018-00020.
What number is that?
Item number 68.
City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer Sophia Desling. This violation were issued for not having the house number on the property. Some of the numbers are missing. I spoke to the property owner the day I post the notice to appear, which was on May 18 at 1 p.m. I did inform him about the violation. However, he did ask for more time to comply. He was supposed to be here today. I'm not sure why, because it did mention he was going to be there to ask for more time. And I would like to ask for him if you could give him at least 30 days to comply.
Okay. All right, 30 days. Oh, I think I'm looking it upside down. Okay. 30 days, right? Okay.
The next item is item 79, Laura Murray. Sophia Desalen is the officer. Case number CEGMP 2017-00087, item number 79.
City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer Sophia Desling. For this violation, I believe this is our third time or second time for the same case. The last time we were here, she did paint the awnings. However, the roof still need to be painted. It seemed like she pressure washed it, but it need more than that. She need to paint it the whole entire roof. I post on the property of May 18, 2018 at 11 a.m. in the morning. Also, I have pictures.
Okay. You said it needs more pressure cleaning?
She will have to paint the whole roof because she pressure washed it already, but it still look kind of dirty.
Okay. Not from the photographs that I'm looking at, but I'm assuming, being that you've seen it firsthand visually. Okay, this matter has already been adjudicated, so then you need to notice her that that the pressure cleaning was not enough and it needs to be.
I believe she's aware of that. The last time we were here, that's when she pressure washed it and also did the awnings. There was a time I saw her at the property. I did explain to her she would need to paint the roof. But as of today, she haven't done anything.
Okay, because the last time we were here, let me see, it was postponed.
Right, because we postponed it because she paid the awnings. You was giving her more time so she could do the roof. But
Is that why we postponed it?
yes,
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have already postponed it
Right.
once. Okay. All right, then in that case, the fine amount of $100 is ratified.
The next item is item number 80, Leah Boozy. Karen Jean Lewis is the officer. Case number CEBUS 2018-00002.
Karen Jean Lewis, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. On May 4th, 2018, I observed the violation of the dark green l'Église Temple de l'Éternel, l'Hôpital Par la Foi church bus was parked on the property. And when I drove by for the reinspection, it was parked on the swale. And for several days, as I keep driving by throughout the area, the vehicle is still parked on the property. Per the city ordinance, church buses and school buses are only allowed to be parked on the property if said property belongs to a church or a school and it's in a residential area. Where the vehicle is being parked is at a residence. There's no church in the area, so they're not allowed to park the vehicle. The notice to appear was mailed on May 15, 2018, and posted on May 15, 2018 at 2:39 p.m. No one from the property has contacted me or made any attempt to cure the violation, and the affidavit of service is on file. I have a picture as well.
Okay. Is the church nearby, or
No.
is this, the church
Nope.
is not? Okay,
Mm-mm.
just a van. All right. Okay, tell me again about notice.
The notice of violation was mailed out May 4th. The notice to appear was mailed May 15th and also posted May 15, 2018 at 2:39 p.m.
Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find that the violation does exist. Also find good notice, given proper notice, the owner has failed to appear, hereby find in favor of the city, enter an adjudication. Owner has until July 31st by which to resolve the violation. Should the violation not be resolved by the abatement date, there will be a daily fine amount of $50.
The next item is item number 87, Marie LaRue. Karen Jean Lewis is the officer. The case number CEPFY 2018-00220. Item 87.
Karen G. Lewis, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. On May 3rd, 2018, I observed the violation and sent out the notice of violation. On May 15th, the notice to appear was mailed to the property, certified mail, and also posted to the property. When I've driven around yesterday and several days prior to, the vehicle was moved from the front lawn on the east side of the property. Now it's on the west side of the property, and they also added a green vehicle. Unfortunately, Your Magistrate, I was not able to print out that picture. I had issues with the camera. I only have the picture of the posting, but not the vehicles. I know.
All right, let's table it.
Office, okay.
Okay, we'll reset it.
I just want to read into record, item 114, PRS Investments has complied. Case number CEZPU 2018-00025. The next case on the agenda, Sharonda Williams. She has two cases, item 122 and 123. Case CEFAW 2018-00004 and CEGMP 2018-00002. And Sophia DeCillian is the officer.
City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer, Sophia Desling. On January 8, 2018, I opened a tow violation. One was for the entire property have to be painted, and the second was for the fence that also need to be painted. I spoke to the property owner on January 17, I gave her an extension till February 17. She haven't done or even tried to reach out to me because I post on the property several days, several times. There's people on the property. I knock, try to see if, okay, maybe she need more time, but I haven't get any response. And I believe this is the second time we are here for the same case. On May 18, 2018, I post notice to appear, and also the certified mail was sent out on May 15. The certified mails are returned, and as of today, the 2 violations will still exist.
I'm seeing rust, right? In the fence?
Yes, and
Okay,
when you
so
see
it
it in
needs-
person, it's really bad.
Hmm?
When you
Really
see it in
bad up
person, it's
close?
really bad.
Okay. Because some of the pictures are dark, but the few that I'm seeing, I see rust. Okay. And the side of the property, seems like water residue, right?
Now the thing with the house, it's more like in, so when you take the pictures, you can't really take the dirty part because it's blue, and it's when you take the picture, the fact that the house is back in, it's really hard to take a clear picture, and the dirty part, it's really hard to show in the picture.
Okay. So it includes the facial board as well?
Yes.
Okay, for an entire property. All right, based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find the violation still exists. And I also find good notice, given proper notice, the owner has failed to appear. This matter was previously adjudicated, and so the daily fine amount of $100 is hereby ratified. And that's on both cases.
The next item on the agenda is item 136, Victor Peralta. Shanna Sanders is the officer. The case number is CEPFY 2018-00053.
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer. This is a new case that I originally opened on February 21st of 2018. I sent a notice of violation March 15th, sent the final violation of notice of violation on April 27th. As of today, let me see this one. Oh yeah, as of today, the vehicle still remained. I have pictures of the property if you would like to see.
Yes.
That was today. I didn't see the time, but I took that one today. As you see, there's a vehicle that's parked on the front side, west side of the property. You have the file, but I believe property was posted. I did most of my notices on the 15th of May. Certified mailing was mailed out on the 14th.
Just trying to understand it on, I see the vehicle in one of the photographs and not the other. How did that happen? Just seconds apart?
No. It's actually, it was seconds apart and stuff, but it was all in how I angled it and whatnot. I wanted to make sure that you got actual
Oh, I
photo
got
of
it.
the frontage
Front
of the property.
Got it.
And then that was, kind of
Got
to
it.
the west of the property.
Interestingly enough, he has the space.
Yes, and usually there, I was pulling up my phone because usually there's, even vehicles usually there. He usually has 2 or 3 vehicles there parked on the front lawn. But today it was only one. But yeah, he usually has a vehicle parked on the front lawn, and then there's one that's right where the sidewalk is at, and then there's usually one where the vehicle is at actually today.
And then he has a swale area where he can actually park the
Yeah,
extra
and every
vehicles.
time I've come, there has not been a vehicle on the swell. They always park up on the front lawn. I passed by a couple of times only because, I know we was getting rain a few days here and there. So, we're trying to give a little leadway, but, they're there almost all the time.
All right, based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find the violation does exist. I also find good notice, given proper notice, the owners have failed to appear, hereby find in favor of the city, enter an adjudication. Owners have until July 31st by which to resolve the violation. Should the violation not be resolved by the abatement date, there will be a daily fine amount of $100.
The last item on the agenda is item 143, Ergon Inversions. Edmund Fitzell was the officer, and the case number CESTR 2018-00006, item 143.
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer, hearing this case for the now retired Edmund Fitzell. This case was originally opened March 28th of this year. Same day, notice of violation was mailed out. May 22nd, this case was filed for the special magistrate. I am showing that I assume I was out. I was looking. I was out on that day, so I see that John Dorville posted the property on the 23rd. I believe he even issued a civil violation ticket for a short-term rental. I wish he was here when we were presenting this case because I did speak to him in reference to this case. He stated when he posted the property for the short-term rental, he didn't see any activity at the property, but he did as he was directed and issued the ticket. I did look online, and I asked also Sandra, our administrative clerk, to look. We couldn't find anything online to show any advertisements or anything. I'm understanding that we received a phone call stating that there were short-term rentals going on, but I do want to make sure that I'm giving my testimony to say I haven't observed anything. The officer who posted this property said he didn't see anything.
Why is this here?
And as you hear me saying, if I was given a directive to present this case, and that's what I'm doing. We have gotten complaints that this is a property for short-term rentals. I just became the officer of this zone in its absence, so I am. They are trying to bring me up to speed about some of these short-term rentals, but I myself don't know anything about this one. I was not here when this was open. I wasn't here last week when we got the call about the short-term rental. So with this one, I'm honest enough to say I'll leave it in your hands and we can dismiss it if you would like. But I have no information about this. I don't know if our code coordinator wants to give anything. I don't know if she knows anything about this property, but I don't.
No, I do not.
Dismissed.
And that concludes all the items on the agenda.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you, guys.